Good morning. I'm glad to be able to chat with you this morning. I have sure enjoyed reading your introductions and your stories about crossing into a different culture. You have raised so many delightful experiences. Well, probably the experience when you did it was not very delightful, but there are great stories just of how you're confronted suddenly with a different culture than you're anticipating. Um, it's amazing how our small world tends to say the right way to do it is the way the Americans do it, and this is the way that we do life. And to discover uh, there are many ways to do life according to the individual culture. Those are great stories and very memorable. I do want to remind you as you interact with that discussion board that you are to have at least one initial post tonight that's at least 300 words long. Now, I'll be straight up with you. I'm a stickler about that. If I think it looks a little short, I copy it, I paste it into Word, and I know how many words it is. And then by Monday night, two posts on a peer's initial post that continues the development, asks questions, continues the thought. And those two are each to be 100 words. So if you have not quite achieved the 300 word, I'm not sure that any of you have failed to do that. But if you haven't, go back and add to it, and this will be a week of mercy that says you can add to your initial post. I also want to again reiterate to look at those initial announcements I posted, the one about the course overview and projects. I cannot say it strongly enough, but you need to set an appointment with your pastor. Uh, Begin thinking about who you're going to uh, interview for congregants. Remember, it's to be a diverse group. It's not you and uh, three or four or five of your buddies. It's to be diverse. And what I mean by diverse, there should be diversity as it relates to ages, uh, diversity as it relates to church membership. If your church is mixed, diversity as it relates to ethnicity, the differences related to married and single, um, diversity as it relates to men and women. Uh, you're trying to get a snapshot from each of them about the dozen or so questions that you will be asking them in those weeks. Um, so that's an important aspect to think ahead and plan ahead, and then of course to overlook look over again the class expectations, which is one of the early postings. The MLA formatting is rather simple, but it is important that you learn that and that you follow that uh, very carefully. Your content is the primary thing, but the appropriate formatting, I also want you to fulfill the guidelines presented there in MLA formatting. Uh, there are two announcements, I believe, related to that, and I'm going to post in the printed part of the announcement an example of how to um, do a video appropriately. So, God bless you in this weekend as we begin to get everything pulled together and wrapped up. And I pray that you will have a great weekend as you worship with God's people and fellowship and interact with them. A prayer I often pray on Friday and Saturday: Lord, I ask that you would reach out and encourage my soul, but that you would also help me to be an encouragement to someone else. God wants to work in us and through us for his eternal glory. God bless you.